question for me? I thought it's a comment. You mean the high transfer rate? Oh yes, it should, if Intel say by 2014, that's what Intel say, it should happen by after 2014, that you have wireless docking. And I believe this we have already developed it. I think there is industry standards around it. So you'll be seeing this in the next 3 to 5 years. So it's not far away. All right? So you can share video file. You like this video, you send to him, he send to you. It's all wireless. That's the wireless technology, wireless GigaGit technology. Thank you.
طيب بس أنا أرجع تعليق ثاني على سؤال الأخت. أنا أعتقد في جامعة الملك سعود في تكنولوجي ترانسفير أوفيس. أنا أعتقد أن الموضوع المفروض ينظر له from a business perspective rather than academic perspective or scientific perspective. يعني to combine both, whether you are employing such talents ولا such specialties I don't know. لكن هذا مهم جدا والawareness مهم جدا برضو. increase الawareness. إحنا لا ننظر لنص الكوب الفارغ، ننظر نص الكوب المليان. زي ما قال المهندس الخطيب، الأكتيفيتيز الحين اللي موجودة في السعودية فيها يعني نمو كبير. احنا ما نبغى نبحث عن الشعارات زي ما قلتي بقدر ما نبحث عن الريل براكتس اوف ذا ورك. سامي تبون تكون في وقت اسئله ولا؟ تفضل.
السلام عليكم. المهندس منصور النادر، الصناعات الحربية. أول شيء أتفق مع الأخت الجوهرة أن في عندنا مشكلة في أن أغلب الأفكار حبيسة الأدراج. يعني إحنا بحاجة إلى مراكز تطبيقية تنفيذية للفكرة دايركت يعني على طول. عندي استفسار بسيط للدكتور بالطيب، أنه الاستثمار في الأنظمة العمومية في الشرق الأوسط غير مجدية. فأنا ودي أعرف من الدكتور وش الحلول، يعني لأن أي مشروع مبني على المعلومة الواضحة، يعني يجب أن يبنى المشروع على المعلومة الواضحة. فودي أعرف أنا من الدكتور بالطيب وش يعني كيف نواجه المشكلة هذه.
بس معليش اسمح لي، كيف قلت أنها غير مجدية؟ كيف قيمت أنها غير مجدية؟ بناء على إيش تقييمك أن استثمارات الأنظمة المعلوماتية؟
ما يوجد يعني آلية للمعلومة الكاملة زي الموجود مثلا في البيئة الأوروبية مثلا.
I didn't understand the question. I'm sorry.
طيب أعيد السؤال.
ما فهمت السؤال.
بالنسبة للاستثمار في مشاريع أنظمة المعلومات.
أنظمة المعلومات نعم.
كأني سمعت منك تقول أنها غير مجدية.
غير مجدية؟
إيه.
ليش غير مجدية؟
يعني ما في فعالية لها يعني بسبب قلة المعلومة.
فيه So this is a question, all right. So shall I defend that it is مجدية or غير مجدية or I don't know what to do.
لا بس إذا كانت غير مجدية وش الحل بالنسبة لوجهة نظرك يا دكتور؟
First of all, I didn't say that the investment in startup in IT is not really, how to say, performing well or doing, good. In fact, I'm saying what, in order really to invest in technology, there is some ingredients which are really missing to be able to go through all the diligence that are necessary to be able really to manage the risk. In order really not to have a lot of risk, in order really to follow, the path and all the procedure of investment in technology. This is what I'm saying. So there is a lot of successful IT startups in the Arab world who are really doing great. One of them is Maktoub in Jordan, has been bought by Yahoo. Others really have been also merging with other companies, and so that, there is a lot of success cases in the Arab world. There is less success cases in biotechnology, which is not only, true in the Arab world, it's true worldwide. So because, the risk is higher. However, the most important thing that I like, through my presentation, to insist on is the need on the technology diligence, which is really missing in the Arab world. And one of the things which can really gather all the technology diligence on the same place is the Technology Transfer Office. And this is the subject of the panel, I mean, this morning, is the role of a Technology Transfer Office in investing in technology. And this is what I'm saying. So this is very important. There is a lot of brilliant techno entrepreneur in the Arab world who are really doing great. I mean, so this is what, keep hoping. I mean, but the most important thing is that through the government, university, the private sector, try really to build the ecosystem in order that the entrepreneur can really have a chance. The VC can also have chance to collaborate with the TTO, university, and its staff can have chance really to develop and then to commercialize. So this is what I'm meaning.
لو سمحت.
بس عشان اعقب على كلام الدكتور برضو، ترى واحده من الاعمال اللي في الاي تي اللي حصل معلوماتيه في الانظمه المعلوماتيه في السعوديه has been ranked by الانفوديف من البست 50 ستارت ابس في العالم كله couple of years ago 2011 اعتقد او بدايه 2012 اعتقد 2011. الانتربرنور هو المهندس الزامل وهو اللي سوى الستارت اب هذه. والبايو تكنولوجي اللي هو يتكلم عنها اللي طبعا البايو تكنولوجي تختلف لانه الانفراستراكشر حقها it's very huge. الانفستمنت is a lot. And just to give an example, Pfizer company في قد سوى دراج ونزلوا في الماركت 2005 cost them 3.5 billion US dollar and it failed. فاحنا لما نتكلم عن البايو تكنولوجي الانفستمنت حقتها صعب، واحنا في المملكه متعودين على التراديشنال انفستمنتس الاسهم والريل ستيت، و اتس فيري ديفيكولت تو تشينج المنتاليتي حقت الانفسترز حتى ترى الفي سيز to such new way of investing. However, we are doing a lot and there is a few investors through the angel investor networks, whether it is عقال ولا SERB ولا other group, that they are now trying to support such activities within some of the technology incubators within the kingdom. سامي احنا جالسين في اسئله واجد، متى ما انتم تقولوا ريكومنديشن احنا جاهزين.
لو سمحت. اسال.
We are enjoying صراحه discussion. اوكي.
Okay. السلام عليكم. سامر حمادة شركة عبد اللطيف جميل. My role in the company is looking for identifying and looking for startups to invest in. So we've had some experience in dealing with some universities and entities around the Arab world, and it's been interesting and very experienced. I have one question for the chairman, if you don't mind. Would you be able to pass some recommendations to the organizers of the event? For example, one area I wasn't able to attend the first couple of days. So on one hand, we talk about real estate investment kind of thinking. On the other hand, we talk about knowledge economy, VCs, technology company, biotech, all that big stuff. In the middle, there's an area within the intellectual property, which is the industrial design, and I hope that will be covered in the future, which will probably be closer to the oil tank kind of, which I really like it. That's very, very important point, which probably would allow room for the general masses, if you like, to get a taste and flavor and engage in the process of creating a new idea, turning it into a product, and thinking of all the tools available today to turn an idea into a visualized concept. Then with the rapid prototyping technology that's becoming more and more available at a lower and lower cost, moving towards the future trends of additive manufacturing. So, and then if we consider the industrial property, industrial design as an intellectual property, that area we would like to see it covered in the future events. And I would like to see if you could pass those recommendations back to the organizers, because that's where people really feel it much more than biotech. Tell me one Arab drug that came out in the last 2,000 years. I don't know any. Since the Razi died, probably.
طيب إن شاء الله إحنا we'll pass this recommendation to them. لكن أنا بس بعلق على عبد اللطيف جميل على الصندوق حقهم. يعني أنت منهم بنفش غلنا شوية فيهم يعني. أنا لما رحت لأكسفورد في بريطانيا لقيت صندوق throwing lots of seed monies في some of the startups. يعني good seed money في many startups within the biotechnology field. احنا we know the work that they are doing and the activities that they are conducting here within the kingdom and we do value such effort. However, نحس إنه في تقصير برضه شوية. Okay, we would like them to expand their ability to view some of the startups within the different technologies here within the kingdom. يعني الواحد لما شاف الانفستمنت حقتهم اللي سووها في اكسفورد الصندوق يعني they did good work over there and hopefully we assume that they will do the same activities in a way or another في السعودية. طيب
Yes, we've intending, and Saudi Arabia is our priority, and that's what it is. Just two examples about the structural as well as the cultural barriers that we are facing in reaching companies to invest in. A company that exists in Saudi for confidentiality I cannot tell you about. The product is ready. The customer is ready. The local manufacturer is ready. The investor is ready. It fits with the business. We are waiting 2.5 months to sign a non-disclosure agreement as it's going out through all the bureaucratic system. So the company is very interested, but it's extremely difficult to do it in here, but we're still making efforts, and this is why we're here today, number one. Number two is a year ago of probably no names going to be mentioned, a very respected institution in the kingdom. 1 year back, we are waiting for the list of the technologies that they believe are ready to put in front of the investor. 2 visits, flying to visit that place, 5 follow-ups. I still don't have a 10 bullet point list. So you can't really do miracles. You can take the horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. And so I'm making here saying that if anybody in here has a business plan, not a business company running, that interested in finding an investor, I would be happy really to talk to them and take it further. So it's a structural and cultural thing. And you see Arab countries, Jordan is very different than Saudi, different from Lebanon, Tunisia has its own things. So the Arab world is varying, and the ones who are able to adapt to the needs of innovation and facilitating innovation, they're the ones that we're going to see more and money pouring into that country. Simple.
Okay, so we'll make your comment open to the audience. We'll take final question from the ladies upstairs.
سؤال للدكتور سوزلين. أنتم تعملون كشركة وساطة بين مراكز الأبحاث من جهة وبين من يملك تطبيق أو استغلال الاختراع. السؤال: أين يتم تطبيق الاختراع؟ هل من المهم أن يكون داخل سنغافورة؟ شكرا.
Yes, for 8 years of experience, my job is to commercialize A-Star technology. A-Star has about 2005 technology. So that's 8 years of experience. The recent last 2 years is really not necessary A-Star. Currently, I'm working with IP intermediary, where we help company look for technology. It could be from King Abdullah University. It could be from Taiwan, Japan, anywhere. So that's 2 experience there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'd like really to get back to our guest from Abdul Latif Jamil about the saying that in the Arab world for the last 2,000 years we didn't discover anything. This is haram really to say this kind of thing. Today there is a lot of brilliant researchers. I had the chance really to go from Morocco to Saudi Arabia and went through most of the Arab university in order really to assess intellectual property, in the Arab world. There is a lot of brilliant researchers who are really commercializing. And I invest in one company in Tunisia where there is an excellent global invention in medical appliance, which is really now, and there is a big company, Dialife, everybody know Dialife in Switzerland, and also in the US, in investing in technology, on that technology. So, and I know, I mean, also ophthalmologist who has really brilliant, I mean, invention on liquid, I mean, how really to put in the eyes in order really to expand, I mean, the veins, etc., in order to improve, I mean, the vision of the, so there is a lot of things. I mean, I know at least 10 brilliant research results have been really commercialized in the Arab world. I mean, we don't have, unfortunately, I mean, like A-Star that they have in Singapore in the Arab world, to be able really to concentrate and to gather and to collect, I mean, all of this and give it all the means through experts who can really accompany, I mean, the researcher through all these steps and stages in order to reach, I mean, the commercialization really step, you know. So this is what's really missing. I mean, again, if I'd like to come back, I mean, to the technology transfer offices, I mean, in the Arab world, we don't have really, I mean, things. So this is where you cannot see. There is a lot of things happening through European companies, through American companies, and they are really buying what exists. I mean, Institut Pasteur in Tunis, every year there is, I mean, companies coming to Institut Pasteur to buy the research from a very embryonic, stage, which is very cheap. If we have an institute who can really went through all these steps and you reach, I mean, the startup phase, you can really even, I mean, value it much higher, and you can really see startups emerging, I mean, from the Arab world. So this is something which is really missing, and this is why countries like in North Africa, they have been really hoping that they can collaborate with countries like, you know, Gulf country who have the means, who can also have brilliant researchers. Me, I had the honor and to say that I've been really based in Jeddah for a year and a half and accompanying researcher from King Abdulaziz University. You have a brilliant researcher in that university, and we could really value technology, make the prototype, make the pilot plant. I've been really explaining this to Pat. Make the pilot plant and commercialize. And I mean, the desalination and the desalination technologies. I've been exposed to 27 ideas in nuclear, in electronics, and I told them that in nuclear electronics, nobody in the world can really see you, but work on some segment that the world can see you. When you speak about desalination, where the world know that Saudi Arabia is leading the desalination technology. The first embryon of technology has been developed in Jeddah in the 60s. And you call it Tahliya because the Tahliya technology, the desalination technology emerged from there. You know, so this is something that you have really to put into consideration. I mean, to give hope for the researcher really to go forward on developing technologies.
Okay, I think if we keep the stage open, we won't be ending. There's lots of questions and hand raised upstairs and downstairs. So we'll keep, you know, you can have a side talk with the speakers because we'd like to close with the recommendation from Dr. Sami and Dr. Shaya. Thank you. I would like at this time to thanks the speakers, Dr. Soos, Mr. O'Reilly, and Sayyid Alia, and Sayyid Jamil. Thank you for such an interesting talk, and we did enjoy the different themes and different presentations, and hopefully that we'll get something out of it. Again, we did close the stage for questions, and we've been asked to do the...
Quick question.
Sami, there is another question here, so we have to be fair there and here and there. So, Sami, تبغون في أسئلة نكمل؟ خلاص أوكي.
نشكر الدكتور سلطان المبارك والأخوة المتحدثين على ما تفضلوا به. والآن الجلسة الختامية ومناقشة التوصيات. يتفضل المهندس سامي السديس المشرف على مكتب البراءات السعودي، والأستاذ شايع بن علي الشايع مدير عام مكتب براءات الاختراع لمجلس التعاون لدول الخليج العربي.
السلام عليكم، مساكم الله بالخير. طبعا احنا بنختم جلستنا. طبعا الختام ببساطة الحضور أو ببساطة التواصل اللي صار بيننا، أتوقع أن لابد أن يكون الختام بسيط وخالي من الرسميات. أول شيء أتقدم بالشكر لجميع الحضور على المشاركة وعلى الاهتمام بالموضوع ملكية فكرية. أتقدم بشكري للأمانة عامة التعاون الدول الخليجية العربية ممثل مكتب براءة الاختراع على المشاركة في التنظيم، عامل من عوامل النجاح، هذا شيء مؤكد. شكري للإخوان الزملاء بالتنظيم من المدينة ومن أمانة مجلس التعاون على التعاون اللي صار بيننا خلال الفترة الماضية حتى وصلنا إلى وجودكم معنا هنا. طبعا وشكر خاص للمتحدثين اللي تعنوا السفر والوصول إلى هنا والتواصل معنا وتكوين العلاقات مع بعض، رغم أن يعني نرتقي مواضيع الملكية الفكرية عندنا في بلدنا في المملكة السعودية. طبعا بعد عدة مناقشات وعدد من الجلسات توصلنا لعدد من التوصيات، وإن كانت ليست التوصيات النهائية. الخبراء بناء على خبراتهم موجود عندهم بعض التوصيات اللي زالت تحت المناقشة. التوصيات اللي توصلنا لها الآن تقريبا 14 توصية، بقراها لكم بشكل سريع. أتمنى